Thanks for watching. I just want to take this opportunity to do this video, one, because so many people are in need of it, and I get a lot of inboxes, I get a lot of emails and questions asked about the writing process. And as an author, how should one go about writing a book, and where do you start, and how do you develop all of your information that is necessary for your project? And for those of you that are writing memoirs, which are books based off of your life and your life story, my suggestion to you would be to start with a timeline. Start your book with a timeline, and whatever the starting point is that you want to start with. It could be your childhood. I'm starting at the age of 5, and these things happen to me, as far back as you can go as what you remember. And when you do your timeline, you deal with specific ages where specific events happen. When I was 5, I lost my grandmother. When I was 8, my family relocated to another state. When I was 12, something, if it is something that happened tragic, you know, whatever that thing or event was, you can write about those things. When you were 15 or 16, you had your first boyfriend or your first girlfriend and things of that nature. When you were 21, you had your first child, etc. Describing all of those events, those things that took place in a timeline, and fill in the information with bullet points. You don't have to sit there and completely write out the entire event and its full description. You just put what happened. I got married, I got divorced, had a baby, broke up with a boyfriend, a wife, girlfriend, whoever. And you get what I'm saying, people. So create those bullet points, get all those points of reference down, significant moments in your timeline, what ages they fell under, etc. And when it's all said and done and completed, get someone to interview you. As you can see, I'm sitting here in front of the camera. Nobody's here. Nobody's holding a camera, but I'm able to produce this video. It's just that simple. Sit and do an interview and talk about all the points that you laid out in your timeline. And once you've talked about those points in your timeline, you then take the footage, whether if it's a video or a cassette tape recorder or an MP3 recorder, voice recorder, or even the recorder on your phone. Take that and play it over as you sit down to write. And you'll be talking about all the bullet points of things that happened to you in your life, and you'll be describing it in full detail, what you were thinking, how you felt, what that experience caused for you in your life, etc., etc., etc. And by the time you are finished, you will discover that you have talked your book out. And that's just how simple it is. That's just how easy it is. So when you sit down for the writing process, a lot of the upveils and emotional experiences that you would have and the writing process, sometimes you get writer's block, sometimes you just shut down, it's like you freeze, and sometimes it just gets so raw and emotional that you feel like you can't complete it. Most of the time, if you follow this process that I'm talking of today, you will discover that you will avoid some of that overlaying time or that lapse of time of not being able to complete your writing because it's so emotional that you can't continue or you can't finish. You'll find that it's a lot easier because you have talked it out, you've gotten it out, you've described it, you've relived all those raw emotions and feelings during the interview process, whether if it was with a friend or taping yourself alone by video. And once you have gotten all of that out and you sit down for your writing process, it will flow. You'll start putting together, titling your chapters and things that you want to say and things of that nature. And before long, it's complete. If you are a minister or a public speaker, and whatever your expertise may be, and whatever it is that you do, when you do events, tape yourself talking, tape yourself doing what it is that you do, and go back and play the tape over, and you'll discover that you can take and transform those moments of you in your element whether if it's preaching, whether if it's your expertise as a domestic violence speaker or HIV counselor, whatever it is that you do, you can take your expertise and go from public speaking to book. It's such an easy transition. And especially for those that are ministers, I mean, you're preparing sermons week in and week out, and you have a wealth of information that can easily be transformed into something of a book form. So I pray that this short tutorial and this blog did something for you. If you have any questions about writing and the writing process, feel free to contact me at maximizepublishing@gmail.com. That's maximizepublishing@gmail.com. If you have any publishing needs, you can contact me for the same. Thank you for watching.